What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this week we're headed to camp with They/Them.
Yes.
Be an even better title if literally anyone actually pronounced the slash when giving their pronouns. But whatever. It's still a creative title.
I thought it worked.
They/Them.
They slash that. They do slash them. Anyway, this was a movie that came out last year. It was a Peacock original. Once again, we are still in the month of Pride. So we are celebrating any film that is LGBTQ inclusive. And this week we chose They/Them. This is a film about a bunch of campers, and they go to a rehabilitation camp, or what's it called? What's the official term? Deconversion camp.
Deconversion camp, conversion therapy, pray away the gay. Whatever.
Florida. So anyway, this film stars Kevin Bacon, Anna Chlumsky, Theo Germain. Who else we got in this thing? Carrie Preston, Austin Crute, Anna Lore. I mean, there's a ton of people in this thing that are new, upcoming people, as well as, Kevin Bacon, the ineffable Kevin Bacon. And all of these have all, acted in something that was at least 7 degrees from him.
Yeah.
Now they're all 1 degree. Away. So, anyway, this is a film about a bunch of kids that go to a deconversion camp, and people start getting picked off one by one.
Yes, they do.
And we've got representation by both gay, bisexual, trans. We have they/them pronouns. There's a lot of different people being represented in this. I dug it. I dug the representation in it. And they addressed it really, really well. So I thought that was pretty cool. But let's get into the actual film. Again, this film came out last year. It was a Peacock original. So if you guys have Peacock, it is free to watch on there. Came out August 5th of last year. What did you think of this film? Free film. You can check it out if you have Peacock.
Yeah. This one has been on my radar for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
I have been wanting to see it ever since I first heard about it. And I would say that, like, for me, it stands up as a pretty serviceable slasher. It's... I thought for what it does, it did pretty well. I thought the setup was nice. There's a lot of tense. I wouldn't say it's scary. The killer in this movie, I don't probably think doesn't really get enough screen time, and outside of a few admittedly well-placed jump scares, there's not really a lot going on here that's horrifying. But I will say that I was really, really enjoying this movie right up until about the last 15 minutes, where it's almost like it reminds me of being in school and you're writing a long paper or something, and there's oh, well, crap, this is due, and the bell just rang, so here, scribble it and turn it in. And that was that was the end of this movie for me. I'm nice. Wow. I thought, how do I say this? I thought that the killer reveal was lacking. First of all, the motivation thing. If you could put even an ounce of thought into this, the killer's motivation is going to be obvious.
I figured out who the killer was about halfway through.
Yeah, and for me, probably right around there too. I suspected earlier,
and the reasoning. Oh, I had the reasoning too.
The reasoning, that's my point. The killer motivation is obvious from the very beginning if you even put the slightest bit of thought into this. All right, and it was like that so much so that I was really hoping actually that I was going to be wrong, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a decent enough slasher. You know, it held my attention right up until that last 15 minutes when for me it just completely fell apart. I was just like, oh brother, I don't know, man. Once the reveal came, I just felt like nothing worked after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I still think it was a decent watch. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My take on this thing, like you said, it was less. I think it was more tense than scary.
Yes.
Um, there was a lot of times you weren't for sure what was going to happen next in their deconversion, you know, in the practices that they were doing.
Yeah.
Um, the what was going on with the camp, you were like, okay, when are we ramping? Is there gonna be is something gonna, you know, when is there gonna be a slasher? You know, what's gonna happen? And that was the tense part for me. It was the anticipation of it. Um, but I absolutely loved this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking like this is now in my top 5 movies that we've watched this year.
Huh.
And I'm putting it up there so much that I watched it the other day initially, and I watched it again this morning. And I have not done that with one of our films lately, or at all. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I thought that the characters were really good. I thought that there was a few little twists that I didn't see coming, a couple parts, and
Yep, I will agree with that.
And there was some of these things that in the deconversion camp in the people that you're just like, this is messed up.
Yes.
Um,
And that's I really gotta give the acting in this movie and the writing for the most part really solid marks here.
yeah.
There's this scene where one of the characters they're going in and talking to this like counselor almost, right? One of the ladies that you know is part of the crew at the camp, and that is a really intense, like heartbreaking scene.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess you know, and it was just so well done.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, but yeah, so yeah, for the most part, I
Yeah.
was actually really impressed with this movie to the point where this movie didn't really get great reviews, right?
No, it didn't.
And first of all, I don't think it got great marketing, and then once it was, it didn't get great reviews. I thought this was a lot better than I was expecting based on what I knew from from reaction to it.
Yeah. Fair.
So
Yeah.
I was surprised, honestly.
This was written and directed by John Logan, who also wrote Skyfall, the 007 film, The Aviator. He wrote that. He wrote 27 episodes of Penny Dreadful. He also wrote the film Rango.
Okay.
Screenplay for Alien Covenant. Spectre, he did the screenplay for, which was another 007. So, I mean, he did Hugo, which was another great film. And Gladiator? What the heck? Anyway, yeah. I thought it was directed well. I thought it was written really well. There are some scenes that may, if you got little ones, you may.
Oh
my god! Even though it kind of shocked me with the Peacock film, that this movie got its R. So we'll put it that way.
Ironically, like for me, I would say it's really not even like the gore that gets it the R for rating.
No.
So
no,
or TVMA is what that rating actually is. But
yeah. But anyway, it would be like an HBO type series. So anyway, I dug it. I really did. I think that's kind of what makes everybody's got their own preferences and stuff. This one for me, I liked the representation in it. I liked the storyline, the writing. Even though I could kind of see who the killer was going to be, it was like
Yeah,
the killer part was almost such a side note
it really
to,
was.
to
Yeah,
everything that was going on. It was almost like there was two stories happening,
yeah.
and there
A-
was the
And unfortunately, I think that is detrimental to it because there is a great story going on, and I just think it could have gone in a better direction, right? And again, even if you don't get the killer, if you don't get the motive behind the killer, then
Mhm.
you have been sleeping for the entire
Yeah,
movie or during all movies you've ever watched. I don't
yeah.
know, but I don't know. Timmy, I thought this was a pretty solid film. I just think, like, you know how you were saying earlier that it kind of like coasting up. It was coasting up, and you were just waiting for it to deliver.
Yeah.
To me, it just like, I wouldn't even say it fell off a cliff. I just think it ramped up and then kind of, you know, just
Hit its
plateaued.
peak and just
Just it just
like ran
plateaued.
it out really fast.
Yeah, and it really did feel like oh crap, movie's over. We got to write an ending real quick. To me, that's how it felt. So
Mm.
for the most part, I think this was a really solid film. I just didn't think it quite stuck the landing, but still worth a watch and way better than I was anticipating based on reviews. So
Well, let us know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you guys have seen they, them, check it out. Put down your pronouns. I don't care. Write something down in the comments.
yeah,
Let us know who you are. And if there's anything that you guys want us to watch or any of you, they or them or her or he or she,
or slash or
or we'll just let it go on. Any of you put down below what you thought of it, and while you're down there, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It's the big red button; you can't miss it, and the bell that's over Shane's face, so you guys can catch us anytime we have a new episode come out. We got two more films coming up in this Pride Month special episodes. So make sure you guys
yep.
stick around for this one. Last week we had done Jennifer's Body. That one has go watch it. It was
Somebody please watch that one.
somebody please watch
Anybody?
anybody. Shane had not seen it, so it
No.
was so you will he gave his fresh take on it. So
Yeah.
I had seen it before, but yeah, go check it out. And we got two more left in this series, so make sure you guys come back and check those ones out too. So until then, I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane.
Happy Pride, people.
See ya.
We'll see you.